Hiring a good product designer is a real challenge. If you're not a designer yourself, how you're supposed to judge one? You might be asking yourself, should I consider their years in the industry? Does a beautiful portfolio guarantee the right fit? Can I even trust this criteria? I get it. Even in Eleken Design Agency, it took us years and dozens of designers to refine our own hiring process. Today, I am here to share you all that experience with you. So join me as we dig into the criteria that startups often rely on when hiring a designer. The good, the bad, and the not so obvious. Let's start with the years of experience. When it comes to hiring a designer, experience is a common consideration. But here is the thing, not all designers follow the same path. Alright, imagine a designer at Google. They might spend years focusing on visual design of, let's say, notifications or the retention metric of some product. That's awesome if you're all about notifications. But what if you're building the whole app with various features? Having lots of experience in one area doesn't always mean they can handle everything. It's like being a pro at cooking pasta but not knowing how to bake a cake. Both kitchen skills, but quite different. Now, think about designer in a startup. They might do a bit of everything from choosing features to user testing. Here, versatility is key. The years of experience criteria is not completely useless. It does help in filtering out designers with zero experience who most likely cannot deliver at all. But it can be quite misleading when it comes to more seasoned folks. There is no guarantee that designer with 5 or more years in the profession will be a better fit or more efficient for your particular needs than one with just 1 or 2 years. So I rate years of experience at 6 out of 10. A pretty portfolio is our next criteria. This is something many clients do. They try to judge a designer's skills based on what they can see. They assume that if the designer made things look good in the past, they can do it for them too. It's like judging a book by its cover. But design is so much more than just making things pretty. While authentics have their place, product design should serve the purpose of solving products and enhancing the user experience. Let's dive into the real-world example with our client, BookPip. At first glance, their booking app seemed sleek and modern. You might say, hey, it looks pretty good. But here is a twist. That solution had many UX frictions and lots of unsatisfied users. Some information was duplicated. There were no way to see what information is primary and what is secondary on most screens. Disabled fields didn't look like disabled. The internal search feature didn't look the same throughout the interface, causing inconsistency. Overall, user interface contained too much information and looked too complex for the target audience. That's how we redesigned BookPip. Now the app not only looks good, but is also convenient to use, leading to improved user satisfaction, higher engagement, and better business results. I rate a pretty portfolio at 5 out of 10, because it's not a foolproof indicator of a good designer. It's important to find someone who makes visually attractive interfaces, but it's not enough. Now, let's dive deeper into something really crucial when hiring a designer: their experience in a specific niche. You might not be a design pro, but you're sure you know your field inside out. And that's a superpower you can use when evaluating designers. Plus, having a designer who knows the ins and outs of your industry can save you a ton of time and effort. They won't need a crash course on what you do because they probably tackled similar challenges before. Consider this scenario. You work in the geospatial industry dealing with geospatial data products, GIS, and cutting-edge AI satellite solutions. Now, finding a designer who is a pro in the geospatial stuff can be like finding a needle in a haystack. It's a specialized field, right? So when you do find one, it's a jackpot. Just like our client Astrea did. They said it's not easy to find a designer who knows their way around geospatial data, especially imagery data. But they found that at Eleken. We had a similar experience with our previous client, Gemaya. After working with Astrea and Gemaya, our portfolio had this impressive geospatial clients lined up: Invali, Advanced Research, Green Inventory, and more. Now, these clients come to us like bees to honey because they know the value of having designers who understand their industry. So remember, if you find a designer with expertise in your niche, hold to them tight. I rate experience in your niche at 9 out of 10 because it can be a significant advantage. Designers who understand your industry can save you time and effort. However, it's not always easy to find a niche expert, and it's not guarantee of success in your specific case. When it comes to choosing a design agency, user-rated websites like Clutch can be a smart move. These platforms offer a peek into designers' reputations straight from their previous clients. You can see what people have to say about their work, their reliability, and their professionalism. It's kind of like getting references from a bunch of different clients all in one place. If you see high ratings and positive comments, that's usually a good sign that the agency knows its stuff. I rate rating websites like Clutch at 7 out of 10 because they offer insights, but they shouldn't be your sole source of evaluation. It's important to consider the bigger picture, including the range of projects and the number of reviews. Sometimes asking for a reference from another startup in your network can be just as effective. In our case at Eleken, our clients often recommend us to everyone who asks. This word-of-mouth referral is a powerful testament to our work and show that clients trust us enough to vouch for our services. I rate asking for a reference at 8 out of 10 because it can be powerful to get recommendations. Word-of-mouth referrals show trust, but their effectiveness can vary depending on the context and the referrer experience. Now, you might wonder why there are no 10 out of 10 criteria here. Well, that's why because the only 10 out of 10 is actually trying to work with your designer. That's why I give potential clients a chance by offering them a 3-day trial, and they appreciate that opportunity. So when it comes to choosing a designer, consider all possible factors, but remember that the real test is how well you collaborate together. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope that video was useful to you. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.